Okay, and you're recording now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Catherine, you're saying that you're on the summary page. How far have you gotten?
My summary page, I have the 5 names, and then I have the totals, and then that total, and I am now working on monthly sales for each division.
The best month all the way through the top 5 months and the worst 5 months?
Well, I'm on number 4B. How's that?
4B. Oh, okay. Average monthly sales for each division. Do you know how to do it?
Well, okay, so I went on each tab and I did a total. And then I just carried the information over onto the summary sheet.
For the total.
Right.
So I just did that same thing, but made an average for each one. And then carried that over as well.
So across the top, you had it labeled total and then average?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think I did my summary page wrong. Because you're supposed to do alpha, beta, gamma, delta, whatever, this way. I accidentally did it this way. So I have to flip it.
If you copy and paste it, look into the paste special, and please stop me anywhere where we think we're being dishonest in any way. I'm not trying to cheat or anything. But look into the functionality of copy, paste, special, transpose.
I don't even know what that means.
Because I learned about that in my other class today.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's something that if you look up and it's an easy thing that you can look up and use. And it will make flipping it way easier.
So what is it? Copy paste?
You copy it and look at paste special transpose.
Paste special.
That's the functionality that you'll want. And I believe we're able to discuss that and not but give each other hints.
Right. I think that's what we're supposed to do during this. Kind of help each other where we're confused, right?
Right. That's what I believe. I'm scared to death of anything based on all this non-cheating stuff.
I think the biggest thing with the cheating is that we just can't send files to each other and we can't copy and paste stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. So, what I did, and maybe this is wrong, but I just went and if you label first of all, let's establish what did each of you label for ranges? Did you label ranges?
Oh yeah. Like the ranks or the sales?
Yes. Did you label all of Alpha's sales, the range of all their sales?
Yes, I did. I did an alpha and alpha sales.
So you did an alpha, a beta, a delta, a gamma, and an omega.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you use that, you already have, you can sum that, you can average that. And so you can do just the function of averaging, which I'm going to test real quick.
On your summary sheet.
On the summary sheet, you can average it. I'm going to make sure. I'm going to first see. Come on. If you just use average, it comes out. Yeah, so real easy. Just use the average function and the round function. So use both of those functions. And that way, and then you just use for the range, you use what you labeled for, like on the alpha average monthly sales, you use the range for alpha sales. Super, super easy.
Mhm.
That way you're not having to do extra fields and things like that, or extra stuff. The ones that get complicated are the average monthly sales for the company. Because, or not, was it for the company that was the hard one?
I don't see how that one's difficult. 'Cause they're all there, so you can average them, right?
Oh, yeah.
The ones that I was confused on was the median and the deviation one. I'm not sure if I got those right.
Everything. Remember, and that's what makes all these pretty easy. Is it once you've labeled the ranges,
Yeah.
then all you're doing is using the function median with that range. The function with that range.
Right.
So you just do your median function using the range you established for alpha, and then so forth for beta.
Right. So in E, it's asking for the median. Is that right?
The one, yeah. So I've got the. Let me pull that up just so that I'm referencing what y'all are referencing.
Right.
Because I don't have that open.
I had what it was correctly, you know.
Yeah, but when it's saying it's looking for something to avoid the outliers, it is the end. It's the median. My computer's going super slow right now.
So E is saying average sales have been dispersed around the average monthly sales for each division. How can this average dispersion around the mean be measured? That's why I was like.
Okay, so I'm just now getting to that document. I know you read it, but it went in and out.
Oh, you're all good. How's
okay,
it
so
going for you, Kathy? You figuring it out?
I was just trying to do the average, but it didn't work for me.
Okay, so let's walk you through that one first, so that we can stay on the same page. Okay, so have you labeled alpha sale the range for on the alpha tab?
Now, are you talking about the division cells?
Yes.
Yes.
Where you drag it all down and you give it its own name?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I did that on all the tabs.
Okay, so then now when you go to your summary tab,
okay,
on the average monthly sales, use the average function, and then inside where it's asking you for the range, put the name of what you did for the range, what you named the alpha range.
But it's asking for more numbers than that.
No, you only need one because it's a range.
Okay.
And just close parentheses.
Yep.
Now it's going to be a decimal, right?
It shouldn't be a decimal.
No, because you also need to round it to the 1,000.
Now, do you do the round at the front of the average? Put in round?
You would round, yes, and the way you think of it is you want to round last. And so the outer function is the one that works last. You work from the inside out. So whatever you put last, meaning basically the closest thing to the equal sign is the last thing it does. So you want to round it after. So you want that to be the closest thing to the equal sign. Does that make sense? I'm trying to say it in a way of so that you can use the same logic for anything you do the rest of the class. If you have anytime you have more than one function, whatever you want done first, you put that further away from the equal sign.
Did you choose round up or round down?
I just did round because
Okay.
we're rounding to 1,000. Do you remember that video?
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Remember, if you want to round to 2 decimal places, you would put a 2. So if you want to go backwards, then if you want to round to 0, that's the whole number. So you need to use a negative number.
All right.
So you do -3 and then close parentheses. I think that's how I got it.
Now, are we able to discuss what numbers we got?
I have no idea.
Because when I look at the document, it doesn't say anything about what we can and can't share as long as we're not copying, pasting, emailing, or any of that.
Are we allowed to screen share? I thought we were even allowed to do that. Maybe not.
I think we are allowed to screen share.
So I think we can.
Okay, so then did you get $648,000 for the average monthly sales for Alpha?
That's what I got.
Okay, that's what I got as well. So, Catherine, that's what you're going to look to get. Or do you go by Kathy?
Yeah, I go by Kathy.
Okay. I just happened to see it on the thing, so.
Okay. Okay, so what number did y'all get?
648,000.
I'm close. I think it's the rounding thing that's killing me.
Okay, how did you do? Okay, what did you do? Tell me what your mind says.
When I do the here, can I show you?
Sure.
Okay. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that?
Yeah, so you haven't done the rounding yet.
Well, because when I put the rounding in, then it gives me an error message. So now I'm trying to figure out how to put the rounding in.
So go ahead.
No, I don't know if I can explain it as well as you can. So before the equal sign, or right after the equal sign, type the word round.
Any parentheses?
You'll do one right after that. There'll actually be 2 right.
So that's what I was doing wrong. I was putting parentheses.
And then there should be 1 at the end, and then you'll do a comma, -3, another parenthesis.
So I don't put a number in?
You'll leave the average in, what you have there. So you'll do equals, round, parentheses, average, alpha, sales, parentheses, comma, -3, parentheses.
Okay.
Does that sound right?
-3 and then close parentheses. Okay. Like that?
Did you get 648,000?
See, it just gives me another error message. So I did equals round.
Okay, show me your screen again. Yeah. I think you have too many parentheses somewhere. I can't see. Can you do it a little higher?
It's like white.
So you, okay, so how about this? Let me share my screen.
So sorry.
Okay, so oops, I just got out of what I needed to be in. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Where are you? Okay, so do you see my screen now?
Yes. Round,
Okay,
average. But I can't see your formula. Average alpha cells.
it's right here.
Okay.
Do you see that?
6,648,000.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Did you get it?
Yep.
Okay.
So looking at your numbers, Richard, the only one I have on yours is the standard deviation. It's probably
The standard deviation.
yeah,
Did
but
you do standard dev.s?
No, I subtracted. So is it? Well, what did you do? Standard.
I did the standard deviation.s, which is sample, and then I put my range in.
.s and the sample, and then the range. Oh. Okay, I got it.
And then, so you're Johanna?
Yeah.
Is that how it's pronounced? Okay. So all the other numbers, even the company numbers, were matched.
What do you mean company?
So after Omega, you have to do your company totals.
Oh, I can't see the screen that far.
Oh,
I can only see 2 Omega.
can you see?
Oh, I can see some of it.
It's in blue.
Yeah. Okay, so I only have the bottom, or your first one, 2, 6, 8, 7, 2, and that's right. But I haven't done the rest of them.
Okay, so you haven't done the rest of them yet.
I thought you only had the total sales, but I had my thing set up. But you just did the sum of it, right? Of that whole line.
Correct. Well, okay, for which?
Like for total sales, I got 268,128,000.
Yes.
And then let me do
So realistically, everything is the same, except for when you get to median and to standard deviation. That's when the function is slightly different. No, it's not too different, but.
So what is it for those?
So,
round average. Whoa.
Actually, let's try. I'm gonna try something real quick.
Okay, yeah.
A sales, B sales, B sales, B sales, sales. Okay, so I got a slightly different number, but I think this is the correct number. Because what I'm doing is I'm averaging all A, B, D, G, and O, which is all 5. But I'm using average, and I'm using all of the ranges combined. because I when we have blanks, it takes those out from the averages. And so when we treat all of these months as equal, or all of these values as equal, then the numbers are different. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because Delta had 12 blanks.
Right.
And so the average is different because of those blanks.
So let me try this. See if I get the same thing.
So basically, you just want to do the same thing with the round and the average, but instead of putting one area, you put all 5 of them in there.
Right. Does it say that we want to do the rounding on this one too?
I'm assuming, well, yes, because we want to follow the same format.
Okay. Oh, you're right. Okay. It's a very long formula now. Okay.
And then the standard deviation is the exact same way. So if for what you did for the standard deviation for all the others, all you're going to do is do your alpha range, comma, beta range, comma, delta, comma, gamma, comma, omega.
And the median?
Median the same way, yes.
Okay, I got that for the average, the 790.
Fine. Okay.
So that's great. Did you round for the median as well?
No, because it didn't ask us to.
Right. Okay, I got that one a little different.
I'm just trying to shrink.
Oh, I put the average.
Okay, so now I have the whole screen, but I can still kind of. So the one I had trouble with, because I've been very successful in my job because I'm lazy, but in a good way. If I have to do something more than once, I'm going to find a faster way to do it.
Right.
And so, when I was going through this, the first through fifth month for the company, I did it one way, and then a second way, I did it for the worst, because the way I did it for the best didn't work for the worst.
Oh. Why didn't it work for the other one?
I don't know, because I've never used the choose function before. Have you ever heard of the choose function?
No. Is that the one that we used for this one?
No, I chose it for myself. I did it myself. I looked it up.
Oh, okay.
Because the normal large function only takes one range.
Right.
So the choose function, it takes multiple values and puts them into an array, and then the large function is able to cycle through them.
I see what you're saying.
So it's
faster and more efficient.
Instead of having to go through and what I did for the worst, we could simplify it and do the same thing for for the best as well. And that is, I went and I copied all of alpha, beta, delta, gamma, and omega's data sales, and I put them over here in MNOPQ in those rows. And then I labeled, and so I had all 5 of them side by side. I labeled all of that whole area comp sales.
Uh-huh.
So as you can see, so all the values are here, side by side. Then I label the whole area comp sales, and that allows you, then you can go here and just put comp sales in. So like if I just do this and I replace that and I use comp sales. Oh.
Mhm.
There we go. Then if I copy that down and then I make that a 2. So all the numbers are the exact same. So at both of them, both ways work. The easiest way to do it would be to copy them off. But then because we don't want to see them, I just hid them.
Right. Yeah, that's clever.
Because you can't highlight this and you can't label 5 different tabs. Well, I was unable to highlight 5 different tabs worth of data and name that range.
Right.
So because of that, I was like, well, fine, then I'll put them all on one tab just for this.
Right. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And if you do equal and you drag it down all 72, that way, if anything was to change on any of those tabs, it would reflect on everything.
Automatically switch it.
Yep. So does that make sense? And then for 1 through 5, you can use large, and then for 1 through 5 worst, you can use small.
Right. And then when you got the totals, did you sum them? Oh.
What totals?
At the end.
You mean for the worst and the fifth worst and all those?
Yeah.
No, I did not sum them. I used the comp sales, which is the company sales, and I found the highest one out of all 5 ranges.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all 5, which division had the 1 month that had the highest?
Oh, I see. Sweet. That's easy.
And Catherine, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
Have you guys worked with Excel much before?
Daily.
Yeah.
I'm a computer programmer, and so I do it all the time, and I work in a billing system. So we're always using financial data and giving it to our tax department or our finance group and things like that. So some of the stuff is like I've never used Choose before, but being familiar with how to look up and find stuff, I'm used to it. And so, yeah, I use it daily, and so I'm comfortable with it. Even if I don't know what I'm doing, I'm comfortable figuring it out.
Right.
How about you?
Yeah, I use it. Probably not as much as you do, but I feel pretty good with it.
Well, good. And Kathy?
The most I use it for is my budget when I pay my bills monthly. So
hey, that's better than nothing.
I think I'm in over my head with this stuff.
No, you're not. You just take it one step at a time. The biggest thing you need to do is don't psych yourself out.
Exactly.
If you just take it one bite at a time, you'll be able to knock anything out you need.
Okay, I have the first 2 rows the same numbers as you. So I think I'm all right.
On the right track.
So
median you don't have?
that's what I'm working on now.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No problem.
What time is? Did you already turn this in?
No, because I need the link to this.
Oh, do we have to include it in it?
Yes, or we don't get full credit.
Oh, there you go. Okay. What time is it due for you? Oh, probably the same as me. In an hour and 20 minutes.
No,
Yep.
midnight for me, so I have an hour and 18 minutes.
Okay, when it said we're supposed to put a table in here, how did you guys put a table in here? Is this what we're working on now?
That's the table. That's the thing is they refer to a table in Excel, but it's a spreadsheet. It's not a table. A real table has records. It's accessed as a real table.
Okay.
But they refer to it as a table, and not just this class, but other classes. They refer to this as a table because there's rows and columns of data that are related, and that's the definition of a table loosely.
I thought we were supposed to put like how we on last project we did a scatter plot. So I was like, oh, do we have to do a scatter plot or something?
Oh, a graph?
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't see anything with a graph, so I'm hoping that I didn't miss anything.
It was on one of our
Videos.
Yeah.
But not on the directions for this, correct?
Right.
Okay.
It just said we were supposed to do a. Let's see what it said. Create a table that calculates the total sales calculated for the entire 6-year history. So it's a table. Okay.
Yeah, so all I did is added a new column at the end that shows the value, the totals for the company.
So when you do the median, is equals average and then your alpha sales, is that median?
Hold on. The what now?
Median. Is it equals average and then your alpha sales?
No, median is median.
Equals median.
And then do you put the name?
Yep.
And then so you do equals median, and then you'd open up your parentheses, put the range in, and then close parentheses.
Okay.
And Johanna, you're good with all yours now?
Yeah, I'm just working on other homework.
Okay, and did you did the rank for each of them?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, yours looks so cute with all the colors.
Well, the last one was to make it professional.
I know, and I was like, I bolded some things, so I thought that was professional.
I was
So what
working on the navigation. Go ahead.
What did you put in your parentheses for when you did the whole company for the median?
I did. Come on. I put equals median, and then I put open parentheses, and then I put my first range, comma, my second range, comma, my third range, comma, my fourth range, comma, my fifth range. So just put each name, comma, name, comma, name, comma. Mine is A sales, B sales, D sales, G sales, and O sales.
Wow.
Yeah, making this look cute like yours.
I usually use extreme colors at work, but when it gave the professional thing, it said to not use good bold colors or different colors, but not
Crazy colors.
crazy colors.
Right.
I usually use like a bright yellow.
Well, there you go.
But I was like, I'm not going to take a chance with that.
Is that so people actually read it?
Huh?
Is that so people actually read it?
Yeah.
If you make it bright and cheerful, it makes people read it?
For me, it attracts your eye, therefore you're going to look at it.
Right.
That's my opinion is, if it's gray,
Right. That's how I was with the other Excel class. Like all the answers I did in bright yellow, so I didn't know where they were.
Yeah. Let's highlight the things that are the most important to you or to find, and boom, there they are. Bam, 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 bam.
Right. But, do you guys notice? Oh. The Excel in the videos, is it like behind? Is it like an older version? Or no?
I would imagine it's not 2016.
So I was like, he was doing some things that looked so different on mine, and I was like, I'm pretty sure mine's up to date.
Oh, I know mine is because mine's 365.
Right.
So I know it's current.
Yeah. Well, yours looks like mine, so.
Yeah, when Verizon bought us out last year, they said, okay, we're going to be giving you new laptops soon. And they gave them to us a month and a half ago. And Verizon is so worried about security that like I can't get on Facebook, I can't do anything. So I actually had to buy. I've worked at my job for 18 years, and I've never had to own my own computer, and I finally had to go buy a laptop so I could finish school.
You never had your own computer?
No, I've had my laptop from work for a work laptop
right.
for 18 years. And with my old company, they let me. I had admin rights, so I could load programs. I had everything I needed to do whatever work I needed to do.
Right. That makes sense.
My wife had her laptop, but hers is a Mac, and especially with this class saying use Microsoft Excel as opposed to Microsoft Excel, I was like, I'm not going to take a chance.
Right.
How you doing, Kathy?
I'm slow. I'm still working on the standard deviation. I'm sorry.
No problem. Is everything looking good?
Yeah, I'm on the company where you have to put them all in individually.
Okay.
I'm sorry that you guys are stuck waiting on me.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah.
There was one of my classes it was a small business entrepreneur, and it was about getting money. and so we had to do a business plan, and I owned some rental properties, and so we decided to actually use my rental properties as the business. So we had a group of 4 people, and we spent probably 200 hours, 300 hours
Oh my gosh.
building this business plan, as part of the requirements for work. And I got a free business plan out of it. So, I have to pay it forward with all my other classes of making sure that I help and contribute back, because a good business plan takes that many hours. And for one person to put it in, one, it's limited to your own knowledge. And two, it's by the time you actually get it done, things have changed. Where I was able to get it done in 1 semester, and I had 4 people working on it. So 200 hours is 40 hours, 50 hours a piece. That's not too bad.
Right. Wow. Are you guys taking a lot of classes this semester?
2 a semester. I can't handle more than that.
Yeah. Are you studying business?
I've got 4 kids and
fun.
a full-time job. So.
Well, yeah, 2 would still keep you very busy, I feel like.
Yeah, we have twins that just turned a year old.
Oh, my cute.
That's amazing.
Okay,
How
so
about you?
I'm trying to transpose this, and I can't figure out how to do it.
Okay, so what you want to do, copy the entire, here, show me your screen. So let me get rid of my share screen.
I have to copy it?
Yes, so what you'll do is you'll share your screen real quick.
Okay.
You'll copy the entire table that you want to do it, and then hit transpose. Then you go to where you want to start it, and you right click, and you do paste special transpose.
Okay. Start screen sharing. You are screen sharing. Can you see my screen? Can you see my thing, my Excel?
Yes, I can see yours.
Oh, okay. Let me go bigger then. Okay, so I've copied it, and then I go here.
First, go put your cursor. Go down. Go to your left so I can see I can't see your whole screen. Okay, yeah. So go to your left and go to B6 or whatever. Just go below, and then right click. Yeah, right click and then paste special. And choose all, and then click on that transpose.
Oh, right here, down here.
And hit OK. Yeah.
Okay, maybe this worked. No, it didn't. Oh.
Did it not work? Oh, okay. So.
I know why though. So I'm just going to leave it. If I get Dr. Pointer 2 for it, then I don't care.
Why did it?
Did you use maximum and minimum?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
No. Keep going.
Did you guys use maximum and minimum, max and min, for best and worst?
No, I use large and small.
Okay.
Because the only one you could use max and min for is the worst and the best.
Okay.
You can't use it for second, third, fourth, and fifth.
I thought if you put the number, it would work.
Johanna, do you have kids?
No, my husband and I just got married less than a year.
Congratulations.
Yeah. But hopefully.
And where in Arizona are you?
We're in Phoenix, North Phoenix.
Okay. I go there every October.
Oh, fun.
To play in the baseball tournament there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, lots of baseball here.
Yes. My sister served her mission in Mesa.
Oh, cool. Yeah, Phoenix is huge. It like never ends. There's so many cities. I like didn't realize till I moved here.
Yeah. So now, were you born and raised there, or you?
No, I'm from Utah.
Where? About?
Alpine.
Where?
Alpine?
Okay.
Where are you from? Or where do you live?
Louisiana for 6 months of my life, and then from then it was Texas. And I've been within 30 miles. I mean, besides when I moved to Ohio, I moved to Utah for a year because my wife did broadcast journalism, and so she graduated from BYU.
Oh, cool.
We're in
And
Texas.
Dallas area. I'm from the North Dallas.
Is that where you are now?
Yeah. Melissa, Texas is where I live, but
I live in Temple, which is down an hour below Waco.
yeah, we've driven by there. Do you remember the West explosion?
Yes.
So my wife was a reporter at the time for KLTV, which is East Texas. And so she went out there, and after she did that, one of the perks of working in the media is you get free tickets to pretty much anywhere you want to go. So we decided she worked like 70 hours that week, so they gave her a day off. So we got tickets to go to SeaWorld, and then on the way back we went through Temple, and then we stopped by West and got pictures of the devastation afterwards.
I was actually living in Germany when that happened. I knew about it.
Oh.
Horrible.
Yes.
Are you guys studying business?
I am.
Yeah, I'm stuck. Yep, with an emphasis on entrepreneurship.
Me too.
That's awesome.
That's why we're all taking this class.
Yeah, I can't remember which ones are required in it. I feel like all of mine are, but
I got this time next year. I'll be in my final semester.
yay! I have one class left this semester.
Period.
So, yeah.
I'll switch with you.
Oh no, thank you.
I've been doing this since 1998.
Holy cow!
Yeah, half my classes from back then didn't even my calculus class, 2 of my history classes, and 1 of my science classes didn't transfer because they were more than 10 years old. I was like, oh man.
Oh, such a waste. It's horrible.
Yes. So I had to take statistics, and last semester it was so.
Oh my god. Yeah, I took stats my freshman year, like 5 years ago, and I got like a C, and I will never take that class again.
I learned I do not like stats.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't want to do it again.
Kathy, how far along are you in school?
I'm a junior, but I have too many credits from a previous university that they didn't give me credit for. They gave me credit for, but it doesn't go towards my degree. So I'm a junior, but I'm still taking sophomore classes.
I understand that. You have certain classes you have to take that are requirements, and you have lots of, in a sense, worthless credits, unfortunately, for the degree you're going for.
Yes.
Where did you
That
transfer?
is a frustrating thing, huh? You've paid for those classes, and now they're not worth anything really for you.
And I did the homework.
You did the time, worst of all.
Yeah.
How are you going with this thing? Where are you now?
I have 67 credits. Oh, you talking about this?
Yes.
I'm on the first month. But I'm understanding how to do it. It's just tedious.
Okay, so you're on which one now?
First best month.
Okay, so let's get you through the first best month and the first worst month. all the way through company. And at that point, we can kind of, everything else will be the exact same for you. It's just changing from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4.
That's what I'm doing now. I copied the formula over and I'm just changing the name.
Okay. And then once you get to company, I don't know if how you're gonna do it, how you want to do it, but I would suggest creating either a workbook. You could create its own workbook, a tab, and you can put on there company, and then paste all 5 of the division sales into one table, and then name that range something. Then you can do your worst, your large and small from that range.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mostly.
So do we need to have another one of these meetings this week?
Yes, mini project 3. I got a 0 on last week's.
Oh no, really?
Because my wife had an Ironman. She ran the Ironman in Woodlands, Texas.
Uh-huh.
And typically it's like a 14-hour day. Well, her sister was doing it with her and her friend were doing it with her. And both her and my wife and her friend finished in 12 hours, approximately 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And her sister finished in 16 hours. So she didn't get done until 9:45. By the time we got all the bikes and everything back to the hotel, it was midnight. And with this class, you know how it is.
Yeah.
All the assignments go invisible 1 second after midnight.
Right.
So I went to go turn it in and so I got 2 zeros. I got the 4.0 and then the 20-point mini 0, but we dropped one of our minis. So
That stinks though.
yeah, I was
Really
like,
did.
the first week is the easiest one supposedly. So I was like,
Dang it.
but I've learned it doesn't matter what grade I get, as long as I get the high enough grade that is required for the class. Required like for all your majors, you have to get at least 75?
Yeah, C, there's C plus, something like that.
So yeah, as long as I get that, then I'm okay.
Yeah. Because it should keep your GPA up too. I don't know if GPA matters.
If you're a lawyer or a doctor.
Oh.
For a pro, especially I have 18 years of experience. So for me, all this is going to do, this is personal gratification for me. It's not going to help me get a better job or anything.
Where do you work again?
Verizon.
Oh, right. And you've been there for a long time.
Yeah. I worked for XO Communications, and they were bought out last year by Verizon. So.
And you do computer stuff for them?
Yeah.
And you don't have a degree?
No. I got my job 2 days after I got off my mission.
That's super rad.
I've enjoyed it. I mean, it is what it is. It's a job that pays my bills and affords me to have a comfortable life. That's kind of what I want a job for. I don't need, and with Verizon, they've got amazing benefits that it actually is. When we had the twins, it cost me $4,000 for the twins total.
Man, that's so rad.
I paid more for my child before because I have 2 other kids. I paid more for my middle child than I did for the twins, and my wife was the kids were in the NICU for 2 weeks.
Oh my god!
So all of that, and I only paid $4,000. I paid $13,000 for the second one.
Holy cow, that's crazy. That's so awesome.
Yeah, so I was so glad that our benefits kicked in 2 months before we had the baby.
Right.
Awesome.
That's so awesome.
That's incredible.
It's hopeful.
Yes.
So I am about the first of the worst done now.
Okay, so you got the best and the worst one, the first
Yes.
and the worst. Okay, and you have the company totals as well.
No, I don't have the company total.
Okay, so let's work through the company total first, best, and the
Okay.
company total worst. So your first thing you want to do, I think the easiest way to do it is create a new tab. And just call it company.
Will it go before summary?
You can put it anywhere you want because you're going to hide it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because basically you talk in the videos, it talks about hiding anything you don't want people to see. Since
Okay.
this is purely reference, you don't want anything else.
Okay.
So in company, what you're going to do is go to copy alpha, beta, delta, gamma, omega. So copy the header from your summary.
Okay.
And paste it A1 through whatever, D1 or E1.
Okay.
Okay, so now in A2, hit equals.
Okay.
And then hit the alpha, your tab that has your alpha information.
All right.
And then click on the first row of your division sales.
All right.
And then hit enter.
Okay.
And then drag that down 72 rows.
Okay. All right. Do the same thing for all of them?
Yes, you do the same thing for all of them.
Okay.
Once you, I believe this next time when you hit the one, when you do for the one for beta, you don't have to drag down. I believe if you double click the crosshair, it will go all the way down. It will continue it all the way down to the same level that you did for alpha. That is one thing I did learn from all this is the double click. Instead of highlighting and having to go to the end or whatever, you can just double click and it will highlight, it will continue the same thing all the way down to until the end of where it believes the end of the information is. If it doesn't work, then just drag it down.
It worked.
Okay. So you do that for all 5 of them.
Okay.
And when all 5 are done, highlight all 5 from A2 to E73.
Okay.
And label that range. I did it comp sales, so you can label it whatever you want.
So basically, I'm highlighting everything on the page.
Except for the alpha, beta, delta, gamma, omega. So except for the header.
Okay. You named it company range?
I named it, I call it company underscore sales, or COMP underscore sales. And that's what I named that whole entire range.
All right.
Now go back to your summary.
Okay.
And use large, and then for your range, use what you just labeled, the comp sales.
Okay.
Or whatever you named it. And then you use large, and you use that same thing for large, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and worst. You use small, same range, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It worked. That's awesome. That's awesome. And then you just click on it and hide it, right?
Yep, right clicking on the company tab or whatever and
Okay.
hide it.
That is awesome.
That was the easiest way to do it. There's another way to do it that I did for large, but I could not get that same choose function to work for small. So I had two different things, and I just switched them all. Oh, I didn't. I need to switch them all to comp sales. But I learned about choose in this whole process, so that was good.
What did you learn about shoes?
For large, you can do choose as a function, and it will, and you put how many ranges you're putting in, and you put indexes 1 through whatever. If there's 4 different ranges you're putting in, you put 1 through 4, and then you put all 4 ranges in there, and it will cycle through each and every one of them to find the large.
Was that in the video?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I looked that up myself, and that's what I'm saying is I was using something that wasn't on the video.
Okay.
To do it.
Okay. Okay, I've got that done. Is that everything that we have to do?
Then you have to go through and do rank
On all of these, or just the
on alpha, beta, delta, gamma, and omega.
But on the summary page, because I did that on individual tabs.
Okay, that's all you have to do is on the individual tabs.
Okay, good. Shoo. Okay.
So your final thing is just to make it look pretty.
Okay. And it should look like yours, right? With the little boxes and the colors?
It can look any way you want it.
However you want it to be.
Okay. All right.
Just make it look professional. The only things that it has to have your total sales and average monthly sales have to be rounded to the thousands. And that's the only, and then from watching the videos consistently, the standard, he always rounded things to, or not rounded, but truncated or shortened things to 3 decimal places. So I did that with a standard deviation.
Okay. All right.
But besides that, and then everything else, make sure none of these except for standard deviation are you rounding, or are you showing decimal points?
We're not supposed to show decimal points?
Right.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
I really, really appreciate y'all's help. Y'all saved me. I really appreciate it.
Nice.
Not a problem.
When do we want to meet next for our next one? It's due on Friday or Saturday?
When is it due? Let me go back to that.
Mini project.
The mini project 3 is due May 6th.
May 6th?
Well, it says ends May 6th, the mini project 3 access. But May 6th is Sunday, right? So it would be Saturday night at midnight.
Right. Okay, so when do you guys want to meet before then?
Either tomorrow or Friday, and for me, ideally before, like during work hours.
Yeah, during the day, or earlier than now works better for me too.
Yeah. Tomorrow night I have Pathways. I'm a missionary. So if we could do it earlier, that would be great, or anytime Friday.
Okay, let's do Friday then. What time is best for you, Richard?
Well, I don't want to do right during lunch for you. So how about we do like 2 o'clock? That's 12 o'clock for you.
I can do it whenever.
Yeah, but that's not.
Oh, I'm just a full-time student, so.
Okay, well, I mean, 2 o'clock Texas time would be 12 o'clock your time Eastern.
Yeah, that works.
The only
great.
problem I'll have is I will not be able to share my screen. I'll be on my phone because I'll be at work.
Okay.
But I can talk through things and stuff like that.
Right. Does that work for you, Kathy? Friday at 2?
It definitely does.
Okay, so
Okay.
I will email the group and let them know that as well.
Will you also paste the link from tonight's thing?
Yes.